Greg, question for you. What is the importance of an SDR in today's revenue org?
Wow, you're just going straight in. You're not hanging around.
Yeah.
Okay. So I suppose so this is a tricky one. Well, it's not really. For me personally, when coming from an SDR background, I found that because it's such a proactive role, it's really up to the SDRs to reach out and build a pipeline. You're not relying on responses from the market. When the pandemic hit, it was pretty much everything kind of dried up. There was a lot of uncertainty. Leads kind of stopped coming into the organization, but we still had that outbound function. And when you have that outbound function, it's something you can actually have control over. So you can keep the business running, keep reaching out, building relationships and building connections. And I found that I find it's a really important role because of that control that you have over the top of the pipe. I don't know how you've found it in your organization or where you've worked before, but for us, having that hands-on experience and making sure that we constantly fill in the top of the funnel with good quality leads. And I think it also gives really high quality feedback for the product and service that you're offering as well, because the SDR function is always on the front lines and you're getting that positive and negative feedback from the customers and clients that you're reaching out to. And it can help perfect your outreach. It can help perfect your value proposition, your ICP, all of that. And then it gets fed back from the front lines up to managers and leaders like myself, and then even back over to the product guys as well to see how we can make adjustments and bring features forward on the product roadmap. So we found it's a very, very useful tool, not just for filling the pipeline there, but for also perfecting how we actually deliver the product and service that we have at Superhands.
Agree. Two things I'd like to add there from my point of view. Like, one, it's having that control. Like, inbound leads are fine, but what if there aren't enough inbound leads? You want to have at least that capability to be more proactive in talking to people and building up your pipeline, right? And then the second one, I look at the SDR function as the first step of customer experience. Like, people talk about customer experience where it's just about the account manager, about the sales, but it actually starts with the SDR. What is the impression that your customer is getting when your SDR speaks with them? It starts there. You may have the best AE in the world, best customer success in the world, but if your SDRs fall flat, that's the end of the customer journey.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think adding on top of that, I think right now, I don't think there's enough importance stressed on the role of an SDR. A lot of the times when we reach out to people, that SDR might be the face of the brand because they've never heard of your brand before or your company before, and how they reach out, the messaging they use, if they're professional or not, the mode at which they reach out, whether that's on a LinkedIn or email or via a cold call. At that moment in time, you could be the whole brand to that person. And like you said, right, you would be like the face of the organization at that point. So, and the customer journey and the customer experience journey starts right then. And it kind of has a knock-on effect to how they actually come through an organization. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with you on that.